I'm the founder and CEO of America Learns, and as Vivek shared, I am so excited to share with you my ColdFusion love story. I'm also really excited to say hi, and I hope everyone else in this room will say hi to my dad, who's over there in this white shirt, who adjusted his travel schedule to be here today. So, hello, Dad. So my ColdFusion love story begins way back in 1997 when I was a sophomore in college. At the time, I had just made a decision to start volunteering at a small nonprofit tutoring center in the northern part of Chicago. This organization was run by a single part-time guy, this amazing person named Tom Jenkins, who just had way too much on his plate, communicating with students' teachers, their parents, recruiting volunteers. And because he had so much on his plate, some things just did not get done. And one of the things that did not get done, or did not get done very well, was ongoing tutor training and support, which meant that people like me and friends who were also tutoring were regularly failing the kids who we were trying to serve. Now, failure looked like different things on different days. Sometimes the kids just wanted to eat their flaming hot Cheetos and not focus on homework with us. Other times, we just had no idea how to explain a concept to one of these kids, and we did their homework for them. And I started wondering, was my experience unique, or was this happening across the country? And so I started looking at other volunteer-driven tutoring and mentoring programs all over the US, and unfortunately, I found the same thing over and over again. These small organizations with the best of intentions making these enormous promises to these kids and their families and not delivering. This finding triggered my inner 8-year-old who in 3rd grade was rescued academically and socially by a tutor. And so I started asking myself if there was something we could do to help these small nonprofits develop the capacity to really deliver on the promises they're making to these kids and their parents. And so while I was still in school, I started developing some tutor training and tutor support pilots, email-based, and then for those of you who might remember, Microsoft front page-based, excuse me. I know, but it helped. And ultimately learned a bunch of those 2 pilots and started building storyboards together of what a web-based application might look like to not just help these organizations train and provide ongoing support to these volunteers, but also helping them with other things, tracking impact, using data to improve service delivery, managing their HR, helping them stay compliant with grant requirements so they can keep on getting money and not being fined by any government funders. And so I started taking these storyboards together to different web development shops, and I was getting astronomical quotes. This is now 2002. The quotes were $500,000, $360,000, everything above 6 figures. I didn't have 6 figures. What I did have was a website called idealist.org where you can ask for post job postings for volunteers. And I got one response from my posting, this amazing guy named Nick Cabell. He had just been laid off from the .com crash. And the note that he sent me went like this. Hey Gary, my name is Nick. I'm 55 years old. I just got laid off in the .com crash. I'm not a developer, but I just enrolled in a ColdFusion class at my community college. How can I help? Nick built our first prototype, a fully functional prototype, in ColdFusion for free. It worked. He then built the next main full-fledged version of our application, which launched in fall of 2004 for not 6 figures. And now, nearly 20 years later, there are hundreds of nonprofits and city and county and state agencies using this platform all over the country, using it to monitor the impact of their social impact efforts and to stay compliant with grants so they can keep on moving forward. So after we received this invitation to speak here, We've sent out an email to some of our clients asking them to share what ColdFusion through our platform means to them. This is a woman named Abby Blakely. She's in South Carolina. She runs an economic mobility program through a United Way. And here's what she had to say. Mark, am I playing or Cool.
I'm wrestling with poorly designed software or really frustrated on the phone with IT customer support. I'm probably thinking, why can't they just be more like America Learns? My name is Abby Blakely. I've been using the system since 2013 when I logged my very first AmeriCorps service hours. Since then, when I stepped into a management role, America Learns became one of my trusted partners. They have coached me through so many things, including one of my teams moving from paper timesheets to having a fully compliant system on their database. At this point, I know most of their staff by name. I know that I can reach out to them and I'm going to talk to someone kind. They're going to be responsive and they're going to help me figure out a solution together. The real key is that if I can dream it, America Learns can probably do it.
So that was Abby Blakely. This is Kayla Fielder. She runs a public health program across the state of Idaho. And you'll see what she had to share with each of you.
My name is Kayla Fielder. I'm with the Idaho Health Corps AmeriCorps program. And America Learns has made my job a million times easier. We used to use about 12 Excel spreadsheets with our old timekeeping system because it just always deleted signatures and hours would go missing and it was just horrible. And it also just didn't show us a good overview of our program easily, so we had to make something that worked ourselves. When I moved to America Learns, we were able to move our data, our timekeeping systems, and our member files into one system. We're also looking into moving our training and our application system into America Learns as well. And it has been amazing. We love America Learns and highly recommend it.
The last customer I want to talk about today is the governor's office in California. Last year, a division of that office is called California Volunteers. They launched a statewide effort called the Californians for All College Corps. This initiative involves 3,200 college students making a commitment of serving 450 hours in nonprofits across the state to help increase their capacity. And in exchange of those hours, each of these students receives a $10,000 annual scholarship with the idea that while they'll use their time to strengthen their communities, they'll also be able to leave college debt-free. Now, traditionally, the governor's office has been an Accenture and Salesforce shop. They came to us looking for a system to see if we had an all-in-one, one-stop shop where they could manage all their HR of the college students, do all their grant compliance work, track impact, among other things. And when we asked them to share their thoughts around what we've done for them, their director of digital infrastructure sent this graphic. I know it's so tiny, but I'll talk you through it. He sent over this screenshot that shows the evolution of technology over time, from the wheel to AI. And I'm gonna see if I can get the laser pointer. No, not gonna work. But way up here, if you guys see this now section, he added America Learns to this timeline, which was very generous. But which means that if America Learns somehow made it to this timeline, ColdFusion better be up there also. Don't you guys think ColdFusion should be up here? Yes, it should. Yes, it should. We are so grateful for ColdFusion and all the people behind it who have enabled all these nonprofits that we serve across the country to deliver on their promise. And we're so grateful that Adobe and ColdFusion helps us deliver on our promise to our clients. Thank you so much for listening to this love story today, and it's going to continue.